Israel continues its relentless attack on Iran with airstrikes pounding Tehran's nuclear and military infrastructure. But as the conflict drags on, it's becoming clear that Israel will not achieve its objective of fully dismantling Iran's nuclear program unless it takes out the Fordow nuclear facility. Fordow is the heart of Iranian nuclear program. Built deep inside a mountain and protected by strong air defenses, Fordow is one of Iran's two main uranium enrichment sites. The facility houses uranium enriched up to 60%, just below the level needed to make a nuclear bomb. Israel fears that if the Fordow nuclear facility remains operational, even after the airstrikes, it would fail in its mission. But the problem is, Israel doesn't have the weapons to destroy Fordow. It would need special bombs called bunker busters bombs or bunker buster bombs, which can break into underground structures and facilities. Bunker buster bombs are specialized bombs which are designed to destroy underground bunkers or heavily fortified structures. They're equipped with delayed fuses to ensure they only detonate after reaching their target. Weighing between 4,000 to 30,000 pounds, bunker buster bombs can penetrate up to 30 meters of earth or 6 meters of reinforced concrete. The GBU-28 and the GBU-37 bunker buster bombs weigh between 4,000 to 5,000 pounds, while the GBU-57 is the largest bunker buster bomb, weighing 30,000 pounds and can penetrate up to 200 feet of reinforced concrete. Now, according to an Axios report citing two officials, Israel has asked the Trump administration to join its war against Iran in order to decimate Tehran's nuclear program. And according to the report, an idea raised by Israeli officials with the US is to jointly take out Fordow. Israeli ambassador to the United States, Michael Litter, expressed a similar strategy in an interview with Fox News. The Israeli envoy said that the Israeli operation has to be completed with the elimination of Fordow, which the envoy believed posed the greatest danger to Israel. But Israel specifically lacks bunker buster bombs and large bomber aircraft like the US's B-2 bombers, both of which are needed to destroy the Fordow enrichment site. The B-2 strategic stealth bomber is capable of penetrating advanced air defense systems, conduct precision strikes, and can carry 30,000-pound bunker buster bombs, enough to strike at the heart of Iran's nuclear ambitions and severely paralyze Tehran's nuclear ambitions. Mr. Nathan Paul Sutton is the operations director at the Eyewitness Project. He is now joining us live from Scotland. Mr. Paul, welcome to the program. There's a lot of speculation over what America is going to do next. US President Donald Trump is meeting his national security team in the White House in a short while from now. Some analysts say Trump appears to be engaging in a campaign of deception. Is this the right time for the United States to step into this war with Iran?
It definitely isn't the right time for the US to step into this war. This war should not be happening. What was happening up until a week ago was the US negotiating with Iran, trying to create a new nuclear agreement similar to what was created under the Obama administration. Now, if those talks had continued, it was likely we were going to reach another deal between the US and Iran, and that could have actually reduced the likelihood of Iran pursuing nuclear capabilities, at least for a while. What Israel has done here is they're essentially forcing Iran's hand. The likelihood of them aggressively pursuing increased nuclear capabilities are going up drastically as long as Israel continues this campaign against Iran. And now the US is being forced to make a decision essentially against their own terms, which they set up with Israel. Now they're having to decide to get involved in a war that they did not start, they did not agree to, but nor do they want to publicly defy Israel or not show support. They've also got to decide, if they were able to enter into that war, what the likely outcome would be. Would Trump be able to get some kind of US victory over Iran? Would they be able to stop that nuclear capability from growing? Or would they just be putting their own military infrastructure in the wider Middle East region at greater risk? So Trump is being forced to decide what he wants to do here, and I honestly don't think he knows what the best strategic move is for the United States.
Mr. Paul, Israel now insists that the war will not end without damaging Iran's Fordow facility. How crucial is the destruction of this facility, and can Israel really do it alone, or will they need the assistance of America?
It's an incredibly crucial site. There's also other sites that are important to the nuclear capabilities of Iran, including Isfahan and Natanz. Fordow is by far the most critical site for Iran developing a nuclear weapon. The clear problem for Israel is, and it always has been, that this facility could be up to 90 meters between earth, between mountain, and Israel simply does not have the capability to strike a facility that deep into rock face. The problem, however, isn't just that the US may not give these weapons to Israel, and then may not enlist themselves into the conflict, is that the US's own bunker buster bombs may not even be able to reach that depth of facility. And that is a concern within the US defense apparatus, where they enter into this conflict and they are not actually able to destroy the nuclear capability of Iran. And if Israel, even with assisted from the US or not, if they continue this war against Iran and they do not come out of it by destroying Iran's nuclear capabilities, which is looking increasingly likely that they won't, then Iran's opportunity to aggressively pursue this bomb will then come.
Mr. Paul, let's decode what Trump said in the last few hours. He actually began by warning Tehran residents to evacuate immediately. Now, the big question is, Tehran is home to over 10 million people. Where can they go? Can they simply pack, live up, and just go? And where should they go, or where can they go?
No, they don't really have anywhere safe to go to. And yes, it may be Trump saying that, but we've seen very similar tactics with the Israel conflict in Gaza for the last few years, where they announce an area will be struck heavily and request that civilians then leave, but the civilians have nowhere to go. So it's a great way of Israel committing to attacking a place and what is often war wages that are guilty of war crimes, but saying that they'd issued some kind of pre-warning prior to that. The people of Tehran, the capital city, are not able to escape. They're not able to leave en masse, and it's a worrying sign, because it shows that there is no nuclear capability site that Israel will likely be targeting inside Tehran, but they continue to attack the capital city, most likely hoping that this encourages enough fear and resistance that there may be a chance of regime change, that people may start to rise up out of that fear.
Mr. Paul, finally and very quickly, Israel is claiming that it has struck 12 missile launch and storage sites in Iran. What's the repercussion of that?
The sites that Israel is attacking in Iran, like the main concern we have right now is not that it's actually going to reduce nuclear capability for Iran, but there could actually be a spread of nuclear contamination from radiation spreading. This could create an enormous humanitarian disaster. It's a similar risk that we've seen with the Russia-Ukraine war, and the risk is that Israel attempts to reduce a nuclear capability, but in actual fact what they do is they unleash a radiation disaster for all of the population of Iran and even possibly the surrounding countries.
All right, Mr. Paul Sutton, good to see you. Thank you for talking to us today.